Good morning, it's Josh, and I'm reading from the Peshitta. It's a website called the Holy Aramaic Scriptures.weebly.com, and I'm reading John 6. I hope you can grab some coffee and just let the words of Jesus roll over your soul. I hope it brings as much joy and peace as it does for me. John chapter 6. After these things, Yeshua went unto the crossing of the Sea of Galilee, that is Tiberias, and a large crowd went after him, because they were seeing the athwata, the miraculous signs, which he was doing among the krihe, the sick. And Yeshua went up unto a mountain, and was sitting there with his disciples, his students. Now the Adidad Peshka, the feast of the Passover of the Yehudei, was near. And Yeshua raised his eyes and saw the large crowd that was coming towards him. And he said unto Philip, Where might we buy bread, so that these people may eat? Yet he said this while testing him, for he was knowing what he was about to do. Philippus said unto him, that 200 denarii of bread isn't sufficient for them, after a few of each one from them might take a little. Andreas, one of his disciples, his students, the brother of Shimeon Kepha, said unto him, There is here a certain boy who has upon him 5 loaves of barley, and 2 fish. But these, what are they for all those? Yeshua said unto them, Make every nasha person to recline. Now there was much grass in that place, and the Gabra, the men who were reclining, were 5,000 in number. And Yeshua took the lachma, the bread, and blessed it, and divided it unto those who reclined, and thus also from the fish, as much as they desired. And when they were satisfied, he said unto his disciples, his students, Gather the fragments, literally the edges, which are left over, so that not a thing should be lost. And they gathered them, and they filled 12 baskets of fragments, those which were left over from those who ate of the 5 bread loaves of barley. Then those who had seen the atha, the miraculous sign which Yeshu did, were saying, Truly this is the Nabiye, the prophet, who comes to the world. But Yeshu knew that they were preparing, that they would come and seize him, and to make him the Malka, the king. And he departed unto a Turah, a mountain, by himself. And when Ramsha, evening came, his disciples, his students, descended unto the Yama, the sea, or the lake. And they were settled in a svinta, a ship, and were coming unto the crossing, unto Capernaum. And it became dark, and Yeshu hadn't come with them. Then the Yama, the sea, or the lake, was raised up against them, because a great wind had blown. And they had traveled about 25 or 30 estawata, stadia, about 3 or 4 miles. And they saw Yeshua, while he was walking on the Yamta, the lake. And when he drew near unto their boat, they were terrified. Then Yeshua, said unto them, I am, don't you be afraid. And they desired that they might receive him into the Svinta, the boat, ship. And at once the Svinta was at the land, that one which they were going unto. And the following day the crowd, which was standing at the crossing of the Yama, the sea or the lake, saw that there wasn't any other Sfinta, except that which the Talmide had gone up into, and that Ishu hadn't entered with them, with his disciples, into the Sfinta. Then other Elpha, boats, crafts, had come from Tiberias, next to the place which they had eaten in, when Ishu Yeshua had blessed the lachma, the bread. And when that crowd had seen that Ishu wasn't there, nor even his disciples, they went up into those Elphe crafts, and came unto Capernaum, and were seeking for Ishu. And when they found him at the crossing of the Yama, the sea or the lake, they said unto him, Rabban, our master, when did you come here? And Ishu Yeshua answered and said unto them, Amin, Amin, truly, truly, I say unto you, that you haven't sought me, because you saw Athwatha, miraculous signs, but rather because you ate the lachma, the bread, and were satisfied. You shouldn't labor for the mekultha, the food which perishes, but rather for the mekultha, the food which remains unto lives which are eternal, that which the Son of Man will give unto you, for this one Allah Abba, God the Father, has sealed. They said unto him, What should we do, so that we might work the Baded Allah, the works of God? Ishu Yeshua answered and said unto them, This is the Badad Allah, the work of God, that you should believe in him whom he has sent. They said unto him, What atha, miraculous sign do you perform, so that we may see and might believe in you? What have you performed? Our fathers ate manna in the Madbra, the desert, as what is written, that he gave them the lachma, the bread, from the Shmaya, the heavens, to eat. Ishu Yeshua said unto them, Amin, Amin, truly, truly, I say unto you, that it wasn't Moses, who gave unto you the lachma, the bread, from the Shmaya, the heavens, but rather my Father gives unto you the lachmad kushta, the bread of truth, from the Shmaya, the heavens. For his lachma, bread, that one which is of Allah, God, has descended from the Shmaya, the heavens, and gives Heye, life, unto the Alma, the world. They said unto him, Maran, our Lord, always give unto us this lachma, bread. Ishu said unto them, I am the lachmad, Heye, the bread of life. Whoever that comes unto me will not be hungry, and whoever that believes in me will not ever be thirsty. But I have said unto you that you have seen me, and you don't believe. All whom my Father has given unto me will come unto me, and whomever that won't come unto me will be cast aside. I have come down from the Shmaya, the heavens, not to make my will happen, but rather that I should do the will of him who has sent me. Thereupon, this is his will of him who has sent me, that all from whom he has given unto me shall not be lost, but rather shall be raised up at the last day. For this is the will of Abi, that all who looks unto the Son, and believes in him, shall have Heye, lives, for them which are eternal, and I shall raise him up at the last day. Then the Yehudei, the Jews, were murmuring against him, because he said that I am the lachme, the bread. who has descended from the Shmaya, the heavens. And they were saying, Is this not Ishu, the son of Yusuf, that one who we know his father and his mother? And how says this one that from the Shmaya, the heavens, I have descended? Ishu answered and said unto them, Don't murmur one with another. No Nash man is able that he might come to me, except only if Abba the Father, who has sent me, draws him, and I shall raise him up at the last day. For it is written by the Nabi, the prophet, It will happen that they will be taught of Allah, God. Therefore, whatever that hears from Abba the Father, Therefore, whoever that hears from Abba the Father and learns from him comes unto me. No Nash man has seen Abba the Father, but rather the one who is from Allah, God. He is the one who has seen Abba the Father. Amin, amin, truly, truly, I say unto you, that whomever that believes in me, there is for them Cheye, lives which are eternal. I am the Lachmed, Cheye, the bread of life. Your fathers ate manna in the Madbra, the desert, and they died. Yet this is the Lachma, the bread, which is descended from the Shmaya, the heavens, so that a man, may eat from it, and he shall not die. I am the Lachma, Cheye, the living bread, who has descended from the Shmaya, the heavens, and if a Nash shall eat from this Lachma, he shall live forever, and the Lachma, the bread which I shall give is my body, which I give for the sake of the life of the world. Then the Yehudei, the Jews, were quarreling one with another, and were saying, How is this one able, that he might give unto us his body to eat? And Ishu Yeshua said unto them, Amin, amin, I say unto you, that unless you eat the body of the Son of Man, and unless you drink his blood, for you there is no Hayye, life, in Kanumkun, your nature or self. But whoever eats from my body and drinks from my blood, there is from them Hayye, which is forever. And I will raise him up at the last day. For my body truly is mekultha, food, and my blood truly is drink, mashthia. Whoever eats my body and drinks my blood abides in me, and I in him, just as the living Father, the one who has sent me, and I'm alive because of Abba the Father. Therefore whoever eats of me, he also will live because of me. This is the Lachma, the bread, which is descended from the Shmaya, the heavens. It isn't like the manna, that which your fathers ate from, and have died. He who eats from this Lachma, bread, will live forever. He said these things while he taught in the Kenushta, the synagogue, the assembly, in Capernaum. And many who heard it from his disciples, his students, said, This statement is hard. Who is able to hear it? But Ishu knew in his soul that his disciples, his students, were murmuring about this. And he said unto them, This offends you? Now what if you should see the Son of Man which ascends unto the place where he was existing from before? It is the Rucha, the Spirit, who makes alive. The body doesn't profit a thing. The words which I speak with you our Rucha, spirit, and our Cheye, life. But there are some from you who don't believe, for Eshu was knowing from before who they were who didn't believe, and who that one was who would betray him. And he said unto them, Because of this I have said unto you, that no Nash is able, that he might come unto me, if not given to him from Abi, my Father. Because of this statement, many from his disciples, his students, turned their backs, and didn't walk with him. And Eshu Yeshua said unto his 12, Do you also desire to go? Shimeon Kepha answered and said, Mari, Lord, unto whom shall we go? You have the Meled Cheye, the words of life, which are eternal. And we believe, and we know that you are Meshicha, the Anointed One, the Son of the living Allah. Eshu said unto them, Haven't I chosen you 12, and one from you is Satana? He was then speaking about Yehuda, Judas, the son of Shimeon Scariuta. For he, one from the 12, was destined that he would betray him.